2 days ago in the small shanty town of Mirkwell, the few unfortunate residents that remained were pillaged dry by a group of ruthless bandits. The marauders fled north, seeking shelter in an abandoned church deep in the dangerous Marsh Valley swamp. The following morning, 3 passers-by, Thorbo, Gabbo, and Ximbaxel, were unwillingly thrusted into these affairs after their carriage driver was gruesomely murdered. Stranded and confused, our story continues, after these 3 adventurers swiftly slayed the undead creature responsible for the driver's death.
Should we go get the cart? I mean, the driver's dead, but I want to get to Ambervale, so...
My gear!
I think
that cart's long gone.
We need the cart.
I mean, it kind of got far. It's a swamp. It can't bring a whole carriage through there.
Was running, as you saw, it was running along the main road. It just took off straight.
Well, shit.
And that was probably about 5 minutes ago.
I'm gonna go look at the driver.
The driver? Sure.
Yeah.
You pass by the body of that humanoid zombie figure, which I let slip. It was a zombie. His head turned into mush. He's wearing kind of just like commoner's clothing. And you step over that mess, and you go to the driver. He was bitten in the neck. You maybe look to see if he's still alive. He's completely dead as he's bled out from all the lacerations on his sides. What do you check his pockets or loot him or anything or?
I don't.
Okay.
Like I pick up a stick, not my wand, and poke the zombie to see if he has anything on him.
You give me an investigate check.
20.
Wow, yeah. Great. As you pick it, you kind of poke. There's no response from him. He's very obviously dead. But his pockets kind of jingle a little bit, and they seem pretty full. His pants pockets.
I try to empty his pockets.
Okay. You empty his pockets, and you notice a handful of coins. You get 5 gold, 8 silver, and 20 copper. There was also a rusted dagger with a tarnished bronze hilt that was kind of tucked in there, like concealed. A set of 5 6-sided die, a few pounds of jerky, and a folded up piece of parchment.
Is this the driver or the zombie?
This is the zombie now.
This is the zombie. Okay.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna loot that driver. Just wondering.
No,
I mean,
I'm not.
No one's stopping you.
Is there any townsfolk watching us at the moment?
I mean, it's not missing it.
Most of them kind of duck and hidden. No one's out in the main thoroughfare. Some people might have seen from just peeking out windows, but no one's in the immediate vicinity now.
All right, don't worry then. I'm just gonna look at the zombie and sort of poke it with my staff a bit.
I'm gonna go loot the guy.
It just kind of jiggles a little bit. As you walk up to the driver, he doesn't have a whole lot on him. He's got 15 silver, which the ride was 5 silver, so you can deduce that that's all the money he had on him was the 15 coins that y'all gave him. He has a dull short sword, and he has a brass engraved locket.
Ooh, what can I open the locket?
It's what you can assume to be a much younger, better kept picture of him, and then a halfling lass, and it says on it, it's heart shaped. It says, "To Tim, my darling, from your dearest Beth."
I'm very confused by that locket, but I pocket it anyway.
Okay, you pocket the locket.
I pocket the locket. I pocketed it.
Have you glanced over, or are you reading out loud the folded up piece of parchment you got from the body there, Ximbaxel?
I've just glimpsed over it, and then I look at Gabbo. Like, oh, look at this paper. Doesn't it sound like the stuff they were talking about in the bar?
Let's have a look. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's a lot of text. Do I need to read this out? Do you want me to read this out, or?
Ideally, it is an audio medium.
For whatever reason, King Davey wants us to start doing these aspiration journals. He says it's a team building exercise or something, and that it'll make a good example for the new guy, Kobe. Anyways, we showed up in some shithole today, Mirkwell I think the name. The boss did all the talking as usual as we collected our taxes. Poor bastards didn't really have anything except for a few gold and a shit ton of jerky. We decided to hit up some houses before we pieced out and we got some decent loot from there at least. Fucking Blake had to light up one of the joints as we were leaving like always. The pyro knows one spell and constantly has to show it off. Jeez. Boss said he knew a shortcut up to Ambervale through the swamp, and that's where the real money starts rolling. Guess that's it for now. Rylan. Okay.
So for people listening to this, Max is using the worst fonts possible on his notes.
It's meant to be handwritten by a bandit. It's not going to be legible.
Yeah, I couldn't read it either. You did good.
You did very good.
So, what it seems like is this is written by Ryland. He was one of those guys, like those wanted guys.
Yeah.
But doesn't it sound like this zombie, this dead man, this monster was also one of the guys?
Well, if it's a journal, it'll be his. So this might have been Rylan.
True.
Can we claim a bounty?
We should
sure.
Maybe we should report it to the tavern at least and report.
Yeah, let's try to get some money.
Okay, so 3 of you head back to the tavern, I assume?
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
you walk in, you pull the screen door open. Mogub looks at you blankly, gestures towards his face and says, Mogub. You hear Arnie call from the back, just a moment. I heard the commotion out there. And she comes out, and she said,
she
what?
Didn't even go to check.
What? I was busy. What? She's like, what the hell happened?
Well, there was some sort of guy, he killed our driver. I think it was Rylan. Can we have some of that money?
I think it was necromancy.
What, Rylan? Necromancy? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Why do you think it's Rylan?
Read this.
Well, he had a note. Read this.
Try and read this.
Can she read?
She said, yeah, she can read. She's she remarks at how poor the penmanship is. She says, yes, I recognize this penmanship. No, she's like, and you found this on that thing out there?
You bet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, from the distance, it looked like it could have been one of them. Yeah, I don't see why it couldn't be him. You said you want a reward?
Well, I don't know.
Well, the 3 of you collectively owe me 14 copper, and we have no money. So
I don't know you shit. I mean,
the 3 of you collectively, I have literally nothing
How can it be
except for
14?
soup and ale, which you did not pay for.
Fine. You know what? Since
Well, I leave. I leave.
I got the silver from the driver, so I pay our tab. I pay for the
Okay.
drinks. I cover
So
the other guys.
it's-
I got you guys. Don't worry.
I don't know shit.
I paid.
Oh, you paid. Okay. It was just okay. Well, it's just in you. So yeah, she's all the animosity is
should
directed
pay.
towards you, Gabbo.
No. I pretend it's the other guys as well. Listen, I'll cover you guys. It's fine. You can pay me back next time.
Well, there was 5 copper on the table where that gentleman was sitting, but there was nothing where you were. So the conversion rate is 10 copper is 1 silver, 10 silver is 1 gold. You have 15 silver plus all the other gold you have in your wallet. How much do you give her?
You know what? I'll give her a little tip. I'll give her 1 silver.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, you must have just forgot to pay and all the commotion. Totally understandable.
There's all that stuff out there, you know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's probably a pretty decent haul if you're able to track down the rest of the bandits. I don't know what the hell happened to that guy, but maybe that means they'll be easier to pick off if you do find the rest of them. Yeah, you should go after them.
I'm already outside.
Yeah, you're outside.
Thorbo just left halfway through.
Well, I bid you adieu. And let's find the wagon.
I mean, I guess I still need to get to Ambervale. This note did mention a shortcut, which could be good. I need to get there.
Yeah.
Do you not think we should go down to the shore, talk to that
But my stuff.
Nettles.
Nettles?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Nothing else to do. I mean, I don't want to walk the whole way.
I tried to have a look out, see if I can spot the carriage somewhere.
Mogub's is about halfway in between the main road and halfway in between the shore. So y'all split up. Gabbo and Thorbo head towards the shore, and Ximbaxel, you head towards the main road. It's been probably closer to 10 minutes now. You look at the road. You're not sure how long it ran for, but give me a perception check.
19.
Yeah, nice. You walk up the road just a little bit, and you notice the cart tracks start veering off a little to the left off the road, kind of into the swamp, in kind of a clearish area of the swamp. But the ground is so marshy, you lose them as soon as it goes any further than that. But you have a good general idea of which direction the cart headed.
I'd be able to follow it on foot.
Perhaps, yeah. I want to cut back over to Gabbo and Thorbo. Okay, Gabbo and Thorbo. Approaching the shore, the odor of dead fish becomes overwhelming, as the grounds transition from loose clay dirt to a wide, shallow stretch of small, sharp, grayish stones. The very stones that run the entire coast of the sunken sea. While in the distance, barely visible in the mist, is an overturned airship split into pieces. As Gabbo and Thorbo gaze, their gaze continues to drift across the horizon. A few more small fishing boats are wading in and out the near still water. Nearby is a strangely engraved turtle shell, mixed with the debris of driftwood, broken shells, and long empty potion bottles that washed ashore many moons ago. There isn't really anyone in the immediate vicinity.
I'll let Gabbo take the lead. I'm
Okay,
just sort of
well, don't
following.
touch any of that goo.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Okay, so can I do like some sort of check to see if I can? Is there like a hut or someone doing yoga, perhaps?
No, give me a perception check. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Okay, so 11, and then add on 3, 14.
Nice, 14. Okay, yeah, you notice, no, there's no huts, kind of in the general area. There's some docks dotted here or there, but there's no real structures, and you don't really see anybody. The turtle shell's kind of rocking back and forth a little bit, you notice, which is kind of strange. But that's about all
I walk up to the turtle shell.
I want to go see it.
And I poke it with the quarterstaff that I have.
You're what? And then as you do this, your quarterstaff kind of rocks them, and two human legs and 2 human arms and a human head pop out of the turtle shell, and it jumps up and stands up. Who are you? What do you want? I was doing my stretches.
Hi.
Yeah? You woke me up.
I wasn't expecting.
What do you want?
I pushed Thorbo out of the way. Get out.
Thanks.
Get out of the way.
I was just stunned.
Step aside. Are you old man Nettles something?
Yeah, that's what they call me. Yeah.
And then I whisper over to Thorbo. What was he supposed to know again?
I don't remember.
It's about that gang, right?
Something like where they at?
Hey, Shellman.
I hadn't seen them.
Wait, I haven't even told you yet.
No, you're talking about my glasses, right? I hadn't seen them. I dropped them, and they blend in real well with all the broken glass.
Wait. Do you know of any sort of gang around here? King something? King Davey?
No. Oh, yeah. You mean those ruffians that came in late last night?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know them.
Where are they?
I was out here at the shore making the waves move as I always do, and they came in and kind of pillaged and raided, and I did my thing, and I just tucked up in my shell, and I spoke with some of the people as they left, and they said they went up into the swamp, but that's all I about know.
Do you know
I know the swamp real good, but I don't know.
The swamp?
Well, the swamp's north, so I'd say they probably went north.
Oh, okay. Is it a big swamp?
Yeah, real big swamp. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you wanna maybe show us?
Show you the swamp?
Yeah. I'm new here. You can show me around.
Yeah, you look really new.
Oh, thank you.
Too clean.
Don't get any ideas.
No, I'm good. I don't go in the swamp much anymore. I used to go in quite a bit, but it's just too dangerous for me.
Wait, what was that? Too
It's
dangerous?
just too dangerous for me. I don't go in the swamp much anymore.
How dangerous are we talking?
There's big old rats. Alligators. Bandits, I guess.
Oh, okay.
No, nothing. Yeah, I've seen a lot of magical entities in my time, and there's nothing too crazy in there as far as magic is concerned. Adventurers like yourselves, and you two look like adventurers, should be able to handle it. Just big old rats and some bugs. Big bugs.
Okay.
Lots of big bugs.
Do we know if Ximbaxel's coming back, or are we going on?
You haven't seen him.
Right.
He does continue on about all the different types of wildlife in detail, just naming them in the itemized list. He does say, as you begin to, I would assume, walk away, maybe, he's like, well, if you're going to go in the swamp, look out for the post. There's a post that kind of, there's kind of a trail here. If you head down the main road just a little bit to the east, there's kind of an opening, and there's a post every now and then. You can kind of just follow the post.
Okay, thank you.
Follow the post.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Go back and making the waves move. I'll see y'all later.
What an odd turtle, man.
Yes.
I'm
I wasn't talking to you. That was quiet.
I went to shell. I can hear you.
We need to move away before you say that.
Yes, you're right.
It's for my protection. Y'all good?
Everything echoes inside that turtle shell. You can hear us.
It's true. Damn it.
What?
Okay, go quickly.
Yeah, we leave back the way we came.
Okay, yeah. So that's about the time you walk down the main road a little bit and kind of found out where the opening is in the swamp. There's Ximbaxel. Are you heading in on foot? Or are you going back to tell the other guys what you saw? What are you planning on?
Well, I'm looking nervously around, realizing nobody is with me, and it's
no one to impress.
There's no one to impress, and it's also a little bit dangerous.
Yeah.
So I decide, like, well, you can always buy new stuff, but you only get one chance for first impression. So I decided to go back.
Okay. Cool. Y'all meet around kind of like the edge of the main road in front of what you can deduce is kind of like the general store area, and y'all catch up.
I head into the store.
Yeah.
You don't talk to each other or anything?
No.
I
just walk in. They can talk.
Okay, alright, yeah. So Thorbo just
As I see,
if
I see Ximbaxel coming back, I just go into the store.
Okay, so I tell Ximbaxel about the creepy man we just met in the shell and the post.
Oh wow!
There's a creepy man. You missed out.
Sounds like quite a story.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Ximbaxel, you relay the information about the cart and everything to to Gabbo. Okay. Thorbo, you head inside the shop. The door creaks loudly as it's opened and nearly drowns out the ding of the bell hanging loosely on the handle. The interior is lined floor to ceiling with shelves, all overflowing with supplies, equipment, and various commodities. On the opposite end of the shop is the sales counter, unoccupied it would seem, and covered with crates of what appears to be fishing paraphernalia. A quiet moment passes, and you hear a meek, "Hello?"
So it's just a general store, did you say?
Yeah. Just a little bit of everything.
I don't know what I want.
Hello?
Hello, do you have any, health potions?
Say
the thing. I want those.
She,
wanna do
you
that
hear
in real
this
life.
old lady voice who kind of sounds a lot like Old Man Nettles, which is weird. Grunts, grunts, and you hear the scooting of like a stool. And a short time after, a little hop, you see just peeking over the counter, just like about nose height, a very elderly gnome woman who's
Hi.
even particularly short for a gnome
Yuck.
woman. Oh, well, hi there.
Hi.
You said
we're going off into the swamp. What would you recommend?
oh, don't do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
you're going after them ruffians.
Oh, kinda.
Oh, if you are, best of luck to you. You mentioned what was that? Potions?
I don't know. What do you need to go into the swamp? What would you recommend?
A good strong man is about all I'd need.
I walk in the door.
What would I need?
Yeah, and there's right as that happens, Gabbo kicks open the door and sunbeams
Startles
just
me, and
illuminate behind him.
I almost fall over back.
Angelic voice. Ah.
Swamp wife carrying competition.
She's oh you got friends.
Well, kind of.
Let me see if I have any potions around here. Ooh. So, yeah, she kind of turns around and shuffles very slowly. And you hear some rattling of, you hear, some rattling of some glass bottles. She says, well, I've got this. And, she pulls out a very dusty, cork-stopped glass bottle, about half full of a crimson, liquid. She said, I don't think it's a full dose, but it's something.
How much? I'm a little guy.
Oh, that doesn't work like that, but that's nice. I'm a little girl. She ponders for a second and kind of sizes you up a little bit. She says, well, normally, it'd be 30 gold for probably half, but if you're going after those bastards, I'd give it to you for 15.
10.
I said 15.
10.
Hmm?
I leave the store.
Well, what don't you?
I begin to leave the store. Does she change her mind?
I just shake my head and just start tutting.
Start what?
Tutting.
Oh,
British
oh,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of shaming going on across the pond. A lot of tutting. She says, I can do 10.
Damn right.
As you begin to walk
Seven.
out.
No, yeah. Okay. I'll buy the half health potion for 10.
Okay. You make the exchange. Jot down, jot that down, both of those. Yeah, and those of you who checked pockets earlier, be sure to jot down everything you got. I can reread it later if you need me to.
I would do that, but I
Can I add half a health potion? That would be great.
I don't think you can.
Oh,
I just said that because she should totally not have a health potion, but she rolled a 19, so...
Oh, well, I'll just write it down. That's good.
Yeah. We'll probably just do a roll to see how effective it is whenever you use it. Okay, yeah, so she looks at the other two. Is there anything I can help you all with?
Well, actually, there is.
Oh.
I suppose you're interested in buying anything.
Well, normally yes, but two things happened that dramatically changed the course of my life recently.
Here we go.
The bait and tackle shop down on the shore recently closed its doors, and I had just enough for my savings that I was kind enough to old Maggie that I purchased her goods off of her, and I am now purveying them. However, that used the majority of my gold, and what little I have earned since was taken by those damn ruffians.
Are you sure you're not interested in this wonderful antique locket? It's beautiful. I think it would look great on you.
Wow.
It's quite nice. Oh, my name
Just have a look
happens
at it.
to
Just
be
hold it.
Beth.
Just hold it. Feel that. Feel the quality
Yeah,
of that gold.
Why, it's, well, this isn't gold, I don't think, is it?
No.
Did I say
Look closer.
Time to look closer.
It is. It is. She gets another pair of glasses and puts it over her pair of glasses. Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, there it is.
She says, "Well, I'm willing to barter, but I only have was it 15 gold? Yeah, 15 gold." She says, "I've got 15 gold, but I'm open to trade. Store credit goes a lot further."
No, really.
Hmm.
And how much are we looking for? Like, for some credit?
Now I gotta look up how much a locket is. That's fair.
Fine antique locket.
Gold.
It's very worn.
I spit on it and just like rub it on my jacket a little bit, shine it.
It is rather nice. I could offer you 2 gold for it. Or if you wanted to look around the store, see if there's anything that strikes your eye, then maybe I could go up to 3 if of equivalent value.
3 gold equivalent store credit.
It goes a long way when you're buying nets and ball bearings.
Is this store part of a chain? Perhaps could I use a credit elsewhere, another town?
No.
You ain't got any sisters or anything, elsewhere doing something similar?
Well, my only sister ran a bait and tackle shop, and she had to close
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. Of course she did. Of course
Are you related to Turtle Boy at all?
Who?
Yeah, Nettles.
Oh no, we had a fling a while back, but nothing ever came of it.
You sound alike.
I get that a lot. It's because we're both old.
Sure.
Once you get past a certain age, this just happens.
Yeah, well, most people don't live this long in this world, so yeah.
Okay, now, so you know what? 3 credit, three gold is very generous, but I'm gonna have to take it back for now. I think.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm sure, but just remember, I got it.
Well, okay, doesn't really do me any good, but
Oh, but okay.
oh, okay. So, Ximbaxel, anyone else? Any other?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. I just want to get this cart. This cart with all my stuff. I don't need anything else.
No.
So yeah, the 3 of you head out, and I assume walk down towards the entrance of the
follow
swamp.
the posts or whatever.
Great pools of brackish water wrapped with mangroves mark the entrance to the Marsh Valley swamp. The trail squishes underfoot, willowing leaves from the nearby foliage brushing your necks as a cacophony of critters croak and creak nearby. So how this is going to work, you'll each in a minute roll initiative for me, and then take turns, and on what would be your turn, you are to choose one skill, any skill that you'd like, and tell me how you use that specific skill to navigate through this swamp. It can be any, like I said, any you like, as long as you give me a description that would make sense, and based on how logical your description is, and how much detail or whatever, determines how high or low you have to roll in order to be successful. Upon successful, you head in a little bit, and you head in a little bit, and you make your way to all these different posts or whatever. And upon a not success, you may have an encounter.
Oh,
Okay.
so I should have slept.
So roll for initiative.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone roll me.
Same
some initiative.
Minecraft.
They're almost out of spell slots.
7.
Damn it.
7.
7. No, wait. What's this rolling for?
Initiative.
Initiative. So plus whatever.
8.
So, Gabbo, you go first.
Oh, good.
So tell me how entering this swamp, what skills you possess, you use to guide the party through this dense area.
Putting old Gabbo on the spot here. Let's see. Well, I think I'm pretty short. I can be pretty stealthy if I want to be.
Okay.
I think I might just try and sneak through.
Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of wildlife
cover.
and critters.
Yeah, I don't want to get caught by any of these rats and
Sure,
big bugs.
that's a big...
So
Big bugs. There's a lot of bugs.
just the voice of Nettle was just in my head.
What?
You can hear us.
It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a stealth roll.
okay. So it's D20.
1d20 and then plus your modifier.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right. And I got another 2, so that's 19.
19. Yeah. You know all the twigs not to step on as you walk through this. You see some critters and things around that would be cause for concern, but none of them notice you, and you're able to find your way to another post, another area. You can deduce that it's one that Nettles was talking about. So, swatting the various bush that begins to obscure the path, the party makes its way to a clearing surrounded by a dense thicket. The ground is remarkably flat, and patches seem to cover areas by leaves and decaying foliage, with only a single portion of grass visible in between the patches. Standing with its back to you in the opening of the tree line on the opposite end of the clearing is a hunchback, sickly-looking green goblin. And he hasn't noticed you yet, since you kind of stealthed up.
All right. Well, I just snuck you guys all through here. So come on, Ximbaxel.
I guess I can do something here. What I'm gonna do is Is there any like small animals around?
Yeah.
Like birds, even birds or squirrels or.
Yeah, you notice a distinctly not gray bird. That's kind of at your feet close by.
Is this my like roll thing you were talking about?
No. So,
Okay.
this would be that roll thing would be you getting in between these encounters.
Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my speak with small beasts gnomish ability to sort of communicate to this bird to distract this goblin boy.
What's that?
As we just leave.
Huh?
What?
What was that?
What?
What? Huh?
Oh, you're the bird.
I talk.
I was like, what the fuck are you on about? Yeah. So you see that goblin boy? Can you like
Hate him.
fly in front of his face for a little bit?
Why?
Because I'm a gnome and I
I'm a
would
bird.
love to communicate this small idea with you.
What do
I
we
will
hear?
give you this shiny copper.
Oh.
It'll be looking good in your nest.
Yeah.
Just fly around him for like a couple of minutes. Just make him not look towards us.
2 copper.
Sure, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So.
What does a bird do with copper?
I hate those heckling birds.
It's shiny. They like shiny things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good job. Yeah. So the bird, and you just want him to fly around its head.
Well, just so he's not looking towards us and like sort of,
Okay.
distract him basically.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. The
As we
bird's
just leave.
Bird's gonna roll. So, the bird goes over and lands on its shoulder and starts like slapping it with its wing. And it actually turns around and it notices you three. Swats the
I'm
bird
getting my copper back.
and begins walking towards you and steps on one of those like particularly flat areas where there's like leaves and foliage and just bloop, just sinks. He's just gone. And the ground kind of moves a little bit, as almost as it's the leaves are obscuring some sort of thick, viscous liquid.
What's the status of the bird?
The bird flies back over. He's like, well, did it?
Actually, yeah, sure. You did a good job. That's
Trying to
good
get
enough.
a refund.
Thanks, bird.
Yep, we got it. No goblin. Yep.
I'll allow it.
The bird takes 2 copper, flies off, and is immediately caught by a larger bird, and is gone.
Does the copper fall?
Yeah, the copper falls, actually.
I catch it.
Yeah, good job.
Do I have to roll to catch
Yeah,
it?
give me athletics check.
Yeah, athletics. Okay.
Don't fuck this up.
What's my athletics?
How did you do that?
What's athletics? Oh, good.
16.
Oh,
Nice.
16.
Yeah, you. They're actually a couple feet apart, but you managed to jump up with one hand and grab one, and jump up with another and grab the other.
Nice.
So.
Perfect.
Cool.
Someone else do something impressive.
So you speak with birds.
Yeah, oh, I can speak with any small animals as I am a gnome, and that is a thing that gnomes do.
You sound really stupid.
You were just
Thank
squawking.
you.
Yeah, you were just like
squawking
flapping your arms, and I don't know what you were doing.
Well,
It worked though.
well,
What a neck
there ain't
movement.
no goblin, and I got my money back, so...
It's funny, like, I knew a dwarf once, he didn't talk to any animals. Except his wife.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.
Oh. Now, can somebody walk forward and get across the other side safely? You're the tallest, tall boy.
Yes.
Maybe you can take some
So-
long steps.
So I'll say that the three of you are standing in this about 10-foot wide opening. Immediately in front of you, the thicket kind of widens up a little bit, and it's about 20 feet wide. And then you see all these patches of foliage and leaves and whatnot.
Can we go around this clearing?
There is some grass around these. Oh, you mean go around the clearing? No,
Or
no.
The whole thing, just screw it.
No, well,
Okay.
you're kind of enclosed in like a thicket. It's obvious that the path kind of goes through this area, and you would probably have to navigate through this area in some way.
Do we see any signs of, like, any kind of life around us? Except animals?
Oh, there's always animals here. Yeah, there's...
There's a bigger bird.
Well, he flew off.
Except animals.
Any signs of life except animals?
Yes.
There was just that goblin. You give me a perception check. See if you notice anything.
I don't.
Nah, I mean it's the thicket that kind of surrounds this area.
I have
It's
shoes.
pretty dark. You have shoes.
Of course,
You see,
inspection is at Lawford's.
Oh man, I wish there was water nearby. I was gonna say you see your reflection
Can
and
we,
you start talking to yourself.
Can we toss the gnome across? Not the gnome, the dwarf. No, the halfling. You're a halfling.
Excuse me, gnomes are smaller than halflings.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't want to be
think
tossed.
they
Is he
are.
saying this aloud?
Yes.
That's not. I mean,
Wait a minute.
Question for me.
We, instead of this, we could go to a city and have a circus with you two fighting.
the flying
Absolutely
Gabbo.
So, the great Gabbo.
Gabbo
So
versus Thorbo.
how wide is this clearing?
Yeah, so it's kind of banana shaped. The widest portion of it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 30 feet wide.
Oh, damn.
And then it kind of cinches in a little bit. Think of it like a banana wearing a corset. So it's a little bit wider, it kind of cinches in a little bit, and then another little
So
clearing.
what did this goblin sink into? Was it like leaves sort of looking
Yeah,
thing?
so he...
Or that we saw?
Yeah, he noticed you, started charging forward, and there was this kind of a patch. So there's grass, but parts of it are obscured with like just brush and foliage and stuff. And he walked onto some of that brush and foliage and just sunk.
Right. Can I like poke the ground like ahead of us
Absolutely.
with my staff?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we slowly walk forward.
Yeah.
All good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you.
So
Okay.
you're kind of
Sure, I'll go first.
leading the way. Give me a perception check. Or actually, no, it'd be more of investigate. Give me an investigate check.
Okay. 7 plus 10.
10.
Plus 10. Wow.
Yeah, you walk forward a little bit, and you guide in probably about 15 feet, and then you realize you're standing on a very narrow strip of grass, with kind of the warbling ground beside you. You could jump across to the other side, or have to go back around, or all the way around.
How far is it across?
It would just be 5 feet.
Well,
Well, I mean, it would.
can I jump that?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know,
I
can
mean,
gnomes
it's
jump very
one
well?
square.
Right.
You can jump that. It would just be an athletics check.
Yeah, I'll jump that.
Okay.
With my 0 athletics modifier.
All right, give me a roll. 7.
7.
Yeah, you jump across and you catch the grass on the other side, and then your left foot slips, and then you fall in to what you can assume is quicksand, up to about your waist height, and you're just on the edge of this quicksand. You're on the kind of, there's grass in front of you that you can maybe like pull yourself out of, but you're sinking quick.
Gabbo, do you have a rope?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Can I
you have
use
a rope.
mage hand on myself?
I mean, yes.
It can only lift 15 pounds. So, yes.
I'm too heavy.
Yeah.
We should throw it to him and help him.
Yes, we should.
That'd be great. That'd be great, please.
Let me just
Great
think about
idea,
this for a second.
There is not much of me to sink, so fast, please.
Yeah, it's coming up to about your waist.
Okay, so I do have rope.
Yeah, everyone has rope.
Yes.
Everyone has
Oh.
50 feet of hempen rope.
Oh, wow, yeah, we'll throw that down then, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, give me a strength check there, Gabbo.
A strength, okay.
And,
That's on the... Okay,
Yeah.
that's the other box.
I'm helping.
actually, give me a sleight of hand check. Oh, you're
Sleight-
helping. Okay, great. Good job,
It was my idea.
Dennis. So, help action is actually a mechanic in D&D. If one character is helping another, that means that character rolls with advantage. So, give me a sleight of hand check there, Gabbo, with advantage.
Okay.
Good.
So Gabbo rolls a 5 and a 6. What's your sleight of hand modifier?
+2.
+2. So you get an 8. Yeah, it's about 2 inches out of your reach there, Thorbo. And
Can I, mage hand it towards me?
yeah,
Cool.
sure, yeah. Give me a roll.
Yeah.
A 4.
4.
It
Plus,
just
what do I plus to that? Can I plus my Arcana?
you would be your spell attack would be your spell attack modifier, which is probably a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 7. Just slips through your fingers.
Good.
All the quicksand that's on you now, because it's on just below your arms. It's on your hands, and it's making the spell kind of hard to cast. Thorbo or Gabbo and Ximbaxel, you're welcome to try to throw the rope again.
Yeah, I reel it back in.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And you're
Okay,
helping again, I assume.
Oh, I'll help Ximbaxel, because I'm not a very good thrower, by the sounds of it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Dennis, give me a D20 roll with advantage. This will be sleight of hand. Okay. Yeah. That succeeds. You're able to throw it directly to
12.
Thorbo.
Right.
Thorbo, you grab it. Give me a everybody. Let's see. Thorbo, give me a strength check, and then Joe and Dennis, give me a dexterity check.
13. My strength check.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Nice.
11.
Cool. Yeah, Ximbaxel, your foot kind of slips a little bit and kind of dips into a little bit of quicksand, but you manage to regain your footing. And then Gabbo, you hold strong. Yeah, and you're able to pull Thorbo onto the... I was going to say dry land. It's not dry land. It's very marshy, but onto the real land. The non-quicksand
So is this the
land.
same side that I jumped from?
No, they would have pulled you to where they were,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Good.
You idiot.
Well, someone else can go
Wow.
first. Someone else can go
We
first.
saved your life.
Let's determine turn order by rolling initiative. How about that?
8.
8.
17.
17.
All right, Dennis and Joe, give me another roll.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh.
So it's Dennis, Joe, Sam. So Dennis, what do you want to do? You're kind of in a peninsula surrounded by quicksand. You could go back and go all the way around, or you could jump across, or something else. I'm up to creative solutions.
Well, I got pretty long legs. And I'm a pretty agile guy.
Okay.
If there any vines or something hanging.
Yeah. You know what? Sure. Give me a
Wow, cool.
give me a nature check.
7.
There's a bunch of vines. Don't know if they'll hold you or not, but there's vines.
Look, it's time for a trick I call getting over this.
Getting over this with bit it body.
Getting over this with
No, Thorbo. Look how I do it. I'm gonna use the vines. 16.
Nice.
Yeah. You're able to jump and kind of trapeze across on a. It wasn't hanging as low as some of the other vines, but it was thicker, and you grabbed it and you were able to swing across.
I'm gonna land and do a pose.
Ta-da!
Do a roll for a pose.
Do a performance check, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I can do that.
That's not great. Yeah. Oh, a 10. Oh, wow. That's right, you're a performer. Yeah, that's pretty good. You floss a little bit.
Oh, God.
Like a dab into a floss.
Jump into that quicksand.
I mean, you rolled a 10. I mean, if you rolled better, you wouldn't have flossed. I mean, you did something notable, but it wasn't great. All right. Yep, that is Joe. That's Gabbo's turn.
There's still some vines, yeah?
Yeah. There's kind of a canopy overhead. It will be harder for you to reach because you're about half the height being a halfling as Dennis, so.
Can I stand on Thorbo's shoulders?
No, you cannot. You can help me up.
No, I'll be on my own then. I don't know about that. Okay. I guess. Yeah, I guess I. Oh no, that's not very good. Can I swing across the vines if I do it as a performance?
Sure.
You can say no to things that are dumb.
I can. Well, I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting the DC in my head based on what they're doing.
Yeah, because I look good. I look good doing it.
I would say it's a performance. Yeah, sure.
Okay, right. I'm going to do that. I'll try and follow Ximbaxel's methods. Okay. Okay.
Oh
my god.
And then we add on 4. Okay, 22.
You jump up, somersault in air, grab, swing over, land, and you do that that pose that people do when they land, and like the arms up and like a Y, and you kind of arch your back a little bit.
Like the Superman
like a circus performer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The superhero landing.
You look over at Ximbaxel like, yeah.
That's how it's done.
Thorbo.
He didn't roll pose.
I tried to jump across again.
It was a performance check that he got a 22 on. I think he's good. You jump across again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use my acrobatics instead of my athletics this time?
Sure.
Thank you. 12 plus 3 is 15.
Nice. Yeah, you jump across. You want to roll for pose?
No, I'll just stand there and
good.
be normal.
Good call.
Boring.
Yep, you land. You're covered in shoulders to toe in quicksand. So y'all are about 2/3 the way through. There's a few more of those patches, but it's a little more sparse over here. And you can kind of see the opening up ahead. So that goes to Ximbaxel.
Stop flossing, Moya, come on.
Just standing there flossing as we jump forward.
We're all over now, you can stop.
So we need to get across another path.
Yeah, well, you're just in another clearing. You can kind of see where the areas are quicksand, or you can see where there's grass. You don't know if the debris and stuff is covering more grass or if it's covering quicksand.
Okay, I'm gonna take it quietly and go one step at a time.
That doesn't sound all that magnificent.
Sure, yeah. Just give me an investigate check as you kind of creep along.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to poke along, maybe tap with your foot while keeping your balance on the other, and you make your way through to the other side, avoiding the area where the goblin fell in. As you pass, you do notice maybe some bubbles kind of actually bubble up from the ground where the goblin fell by coincidence, and you go to the other clearing.
Down to the hole, try to signal to the others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other two you're able to kind of see the path he took. So just give me a roll just to see a dexterity roll to see if you're able to.
18.
7.
Yeah, you just made it.
Oh.
That's me being generous, but yeah, you almost fall in. Thorbo kind of grabs your arm as you would have fallen in.
Well,
luckily, you're traveling together.
You're lucky.
You're lucky, punk. You get a little bit of quicksand on your forearm where he grabs you.
Oh, not the jacket. Oh.
And how will the gang get out of this sticky situation? Thanks so much for listening to the second ever episode of Dungeonauts. It means so much that you're still listening up until this point. And thanks to everybody who tuned into the premiere of the first episode. Sam and I have a gaming YouTube channel at lasernights.com, and we premiere the episodes there. If you prefer YouTube and you found this through some sort of like iTunes or podcast medium, and you can go and find it over there. Or if you found us through YouTube and you prefer listening to actual like podcast, we're over anywhere you find podcasts as well. You can find us on Twitter at DungeonautsPod. There you can find more information about the podcast as well as all of our personal Twitters. I'm not going to rattle off a bunch of different Twitters, just remember DungeonautsPod. We are also over on Reddit, r/Dungeonauts. Nice and easy, no pod on that one. If you enjoyed what you heard, and I'd like to think you did if you're still listening, unless you just dropped your phone in the crack of the seats and you can't turn it off, that's fine. If that's the case, head on over to iTunes and drop us a review. It means so much to us. We've talked about reading 5-star reviews at the end of this little segment here. Podcast is still new, so I don't have any yet. I'm still kind of editing these in bulk. So once we do get some, we'll be reading them aloud. So I look forward to that. And as always, this is a weekly podcast, so it means so much if you tune in next week to see how the gang gets out of this swamp situation and if they encounter any more zombies or bandits. Anyways, I'll see you then. Thanks so much. Goodbye.